probably going to trigger some men with what I'm about to say. Yesterday, I posted a video here on TikTok. The video was a short clip of a recording of a conversation that I had with my ex-husband while we were still married. And I posted the question, is this normal? Is this type of conversation normal? Is the communication normal? And the comments went wild. I would say that about 90% of the comments were supportive and helpful and gave tips and feedback. That being said, there was definitely a group of people that took his side.
So let me see if we've got this right. You knowingly and willfully decided to take a private conversation that you had with your ex-husband and without his permission, post it on the internet with the goal of doxing him by getting a bunch of people to comment, like, and take that clip as gospel, as an example of how he really is. You set out to destroy him, his reputation, perhaps even try to take away his freedom. And now you're upset that people are pointing out that what you did is wrong. Add to it, you're clearly manipulating things as you chose to post just a small part of that conversation so that the only context we have to go on is what you're allowing us to see.
What were you frustrated about?
I already told you.
Explain it to me again. This is a perfect case in point. I ask you a question. I already told you. I'm not asking whether you told me or not.
Because
I'm asking why you're frustrated. And then you wonder why things escalate. Case in point. I asked you a question.
This is a double standard.
No, it's not double standard. We've been over this. I ask you a question. You answer it. I don't need to hear that. I already told you. If we're already in a tense situation and you're worried about escalation, why would you come back with a response? I already told you. What does it fucking matter if you told me? Answer the question.
Your expectation is that we should just believe you because, well, you'd never exaggerate or lie about anything or misrepresent the facts. Which, oh, by the way, is typical of what abusers do. They lie and misrepresent things and seek to find ways to paint their victim as the bad guy in order to protect and absolve themselves from any guilt or any blame. And as the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, of course, you're going to claim you're not doing any of that. You're the perfect wife, the perfect women. Women don't do things like that. You're counting on the we should just believe all women paradigm and hoping the world judges the man, a man you apparently claim to have loved at one time, guilty because you say so. No chance to defend himself, no chance to tell his side of the story. Nope, in this case, you've decided you get to be judge, jury, and executioner and get a whole bunch of other people to join you in the process. And you've put this out to the entire world as gospel truth. Yeah, darling, no. Sorry, I don't believe a word of what you're saying and what you're trying to portray here. And I'm openly asking you to DM me your ex's contact info so we can get his side of the story. So we can hear about your behavior, your deeds, your actions, your words. So we can get all of the facts and then decide who's really in the wrong here. Then and only then can we actually know what really happened. And if you really are the sweet, innocent, pious little angel you're pretending to be, then I'll be the first to admit it. I'll be the first to say so. But if you aren't willing to share that information, well, then it's pretty obvious what's going on and why you've conveniently left his side and all the context out of this little story. This little story that you've concocted and want us to believe. If everything you say is true, then you have nothing to fear. But as we both know, you're never going to do that. As literally zero of the women I've made the very same offer to over the years have done. Out of the thousands of times I've made that very offer, not a single one has taken me up on it. Which tells us exactly how much we should believe anything these women are saying. Because if what they are saying is so true, they wouldn't have a problem with the other side of the story coming out. But as is always the case with these women, they get upset when they get called out. They get upset that they're not getting 100% positive clicks, likes, validation, and sympathy for doing what is in the end a pretty despicable act. One that I guarantee if her ex had done to her, every woman on the planet would be losing their minds over, calling him abusive, narcissistic, mean, and a whole host of other things. It speaks to the double standards and hypocrisy of it all, and how women willfully and knowingly lie and misrepresent in order to get the positive fifis they so desperately want, so desperately need. And the lesson for us as men is this: she's not alone. Most women are capable of doing this. And all you need to do is go look at the comments on that video and the original one, where literally thousands of women are cheering her on and validating what she's saying and what she's doing. This once again proves that it's not safe to be around women, not safe to talk to them, date them, marry them, because they will try to manipulate things in order to play the victim card, and so they can exact revenge and destroy the man if he dares not to be whatever it is she's decided he should be. It's not an if, it's a when with most of them. And the only way to protect yourselves, men, is to avoid them at all costs. They bring no benefit, only risk. Know that, gentlemen, and understand it. That all said, this does beg a question. Are they in a two-party consent state? Because if not, well, she might be in for a whole world of legal trouble. I'd love to find out and then help her ex if that is indeed the case.